My short-term goal on grit is this. My long-term goal on grit is this. And my current grit ability is this. It's time to leave my ego at home and learn to love the God's own rock. The aim for the next few months was to get some mileage under my belt and improve my technique on gritstone. I have always found grit hard, and I thought perhaps by being a lot stronger than when I first started bouldering, I should be able to breeze all of the easier problems. It turned out that I definitely did not breeze them. This is where I learned that specificity in climbing is just so essential. I can't remember the last time I have fallen off anything really below V2 at the climbing wall. I must have done thousands of those problems over the years though, as part of my warm-up, cool-down and easy climbing sessions. The specificity means that basically you're good at what you train, which in this case is easy climbing indoors. Outside is a very different story. When I started these sessions at the start of the season, I felt so clunky and like I was hardly using my feet, pulling way too hard. I wrote in my climbing diary after my first mileage session at Birchen that I felt like I was a beginner climber again. To put this into perspective, I would climb and sometimes flash V6 indoors. If I look back and try to count how many boulder problems up to V2 I did outside on grit up to this point, it would probably not be over 40. This is why I was struggling. There is only one way to get better, and that is by going out as much as possible. So that's what I did. I tried to do as many problems between V0 and V2 at different locations in the Peak District. I started to understand the techniques that I need to develop, which are so specific to this type of rock. Climbing on your limit is so fun. If you fail, you can justify the lack of success to yourself easily. Failing on a problem that should be several grades below your limit definitely tests your ego. And this is the thing about grit. You can be projecting your first V6 and feel like you're about to send, and 5 minutes later not be able to get off the ground on something several grades below. This is because gritstone is just really knacky. You need immaculate footwork and have a good balance and body position, as well as be able to read the rock. Outside, you often have the tiniest footholds on what are supposed to be the easiest problems. You would not find footholds as small as those smears until you climb like V5 indoors. And with every session, I was feeling better in my movement and finding flow was becoming more common. By the end of the season, I was a lot more comfortable on rock and felt better climbing in general. Don't take me wrong, indoor grades are still easier, so these kind of sessions are something that I will continue doing. The biggest challenge I found was getting the same amount of mileage outside that you can do at a bouldering wall when you are literally battling the elements and have to move the pad for every climb. I think indoor climbing can be a shortcut in a way, as I can cram a lot in a short space of time. And to get the same amount of moves that I can do indoors will take me several sessions outside. I will leave you with a quote that I thought was really fitting for this. We don't rise to the level of our expectations, we fall to the level of our training. That works for me, as it means a lot more climbing and just enjoying being outside. So mileage climbing days are definitely here to stay.